Everybody, and welcome back to my channel. This is English with Dr. Papori Barooah, and today I would like to present something very different. This is not me who will be speaking in this particular video, but it's a collection of all those attempts made by my students to showcase whatever they have learned in my lessons or through my videos. So here's presenting my brilliant students before you.
Hello everyone, my name is Manusri Kalita. In this video, I am going to speak about the topic dressing for the interview. Whenever we enter the interview hall, it is very necessary that we look professionally suitable for the job. What we wear or the way we look reflects our personality. For example, a man can wear a white shirt with full sleeves. Folded sleeves should be avoided. Trousers of black or grey shade can be worn. Nicely polished shoes, a matching tie and nicely combed hair. In this poster you can see certain items are crossed out, like this t-shirt with vibrant colors, this fancy pant and the backpack, because these items are inappropriate for a job interview. Similarly, in the women's section, a short party wear dress, bangles and ear danglers are complete no, because it is inappropriate. A woman can wear sari of decent color. Moreover, bangles can create a very noisy or disturbing sound in between the conversation, so it can be replaced with an elegant wristwatch. Ear danglers can be replaced with a ear stud. Apart from this, frizzy hair should be avoided, and a person can apply a light perfume. But the most important thing is to wear a smile and be confident, because at the end of the day, the job will be offered to the person who is confident and have the ability to bear the pressure. Thank you so much.
Hello everyone, I am Archana Thompson, a student of Civil Engineering branch, second semester of PCPS Girls Polytechnic, Mamuni Maiden, Guwahati. Today, I am presenting my poster on the topic American English with variant in British English. I guess somewhere along the way in your English learning journey, you might have heard or you might have probably noticed that British and American English are a bit different, since two separate countries share one common language. Say what, if the British call them biscuits and American call them cookies, why does it matter if we say apartment instead of flat? Yeah, it does matter, because in some cases, not knowing the difference might lead to confusion or even sticky situations. So, just to make sure we have got this right, let us look at this chart where I have chosen some words among the heap of many. So, here American call fries for British chips, and K for taxi, GERD for last, zero for nil, movie for film, bride for grill, mom for mom, couch for sofa, J for jam, Z-R-A-Y gray for G-R-E-Y gray. Truck for lorry, map for maps, tape for bill, diaper for nappy, T-I-R-E tire for T-Y-R-E tire, K for teen, store for shop, mail for post, gas for petrol, C-O-Z-Y, cozy for C-O-S-Y, cozy. So just have a look here at the spelling of G-R-A-Y, gray, and Z-R-E-Y, gray. It is same meaning and same pronunciation, but it has a different spellings. So this is same for T-I-R-E, tire, and T-Y-R-E, tire. and COZY cozy and COSY cozy. These are not only the examples of different British and American vocabularies and spellings. You can find more of different British and American terms. Apart from spelling, vocabularies, and pronunciation, there are certain grammar differences too. Say, for instance, American English collective noun are considered singular. In contrast, collective noun can either be singular or plural. Accidentally, we may use one instead of other, but don't panic. This will not lead to miscommunication or a problem short of. Or it is acceptable even if we write a spelling of either British or either British or American. So stay calm and chill. With this, I would like to wind up my presentation. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am Priya Kumari from Civil Engineering. Today I am going to present the rules which we need to follow in American English and British English. So let's start. With the first rule, which is OR and OUR. So in this rule, there are some words in American English are written or end with OR, and in British English the words are end with OUR. So let's see the first example, which is neighbor. The neighbor word is ending with OR in American English, while in British English the neighbor word is end with OUR. Let's come to the next rule, which is ER versus RE. So in American English the word theater is ending with the letter ER, while in British English the theater word is ending with RE. So let's come to the third rule, which is CE versus SE. In this rule, we see that the example like defense. In American English, the defense is written as DEFENCE. In British English, the word written as DEFENSE. Fourthly, come to the fourth rule, which is ZE versus SE. In this rule, the word like we take the example like socialize. In American English, the socialize word is written as SOCIALIZE, while in British English the word SOCIALISC, means the difference of ZE and SC. So let's see the last rule, which is L versus double L. Let's see the example here, like jewelry. In American English, the jewelry is written as JEWELRY, means there is only single L use, but in British English the jewelry used in double L between them. So that's this for my presentation. I hope I am clear, and thank you very much.
Hello everyone, my name is Papori Barooah, and today I am going to present the topic of perfect handshake. Okay, so when we meet a person for the first time, we should give him or her a perfect handshake. So when we are talking about a handshake shows our personality. Therefore, we have to remember few things before giving anyone a handshake. A handshake is a very important part of our personality. For instance, if we give someone a good and perfect handshake, he or she will feel that we have a good personality. But if we give the person a bad type of handshake, then the person will have a bad impression about us. And we all know that the first impression is the last impression. So to give a perfect handshake to someone, firstly, our hands should not be sweaty, wet and too cold. Secondly, a handshake should not exceed beyond 3 to 6 seconds. Otherwise, the person whom we are giving the handshake will be bored. Thirdly, and most importantly, a handshake is the perfect handshake when we have the web between the index finger and the thumb finger interlocking with the other person's hand. So, this perfect handshake is also called as equality handshake because both the persons feels that they are equal and they are equally able in their fields. So, we have talked about the perfect handshake, but apart from that, we have many more different types of handshakes. I am going to show you 2 of them. So, the first one is the submissive handshake. As you can see in the picture, in this submissive handshake, one person puts his hand on the top of the other person's hand, and the one who puts his hand below the other person's hand, it means that he or she is the more submissive one. We should avoid this kind of handshake because it is a negative handshake. The last but not least handshake is the double handler handshake. So, as you can see in this picture, it is the handshake where one person put his both the hands on top of the other person's hand. It is known that it's the strongest of all handshakes. And this double handler handshake also shows that both the persons shares some sort of sincereness and also they share a very good bonding with each other. And this double handler handshake is a way to handle a situation very sincerely. Also, this double handler handshake is also called as politician's handshake. So, with this, I want to end my presentation here. I hope you all like my presentation. Thank you for watching. Stay home, stay safe.
Hello everyone. Today I am going to talk about the different type of handshake.
So the first one is the dead fish. The dead fish is the most infamous one. The hand has no energy, there is no shake, no squeeze, not even a pinch, and it gives the feeling that you are holding a dead fish instead of a hand. The second one is the wet fish. The wet fish is the sloppy, discolored type of handshake. The third is the hand hug. The hand hug is a type of handshake popular with politicians as it can present them as being warm, friendly, trustworthy, and honest. The fourth one is the bone crusher. The bone crusher is aggressive and involves an excessively strong grip. The fifth, we have the queen's fingertip. The queen's fingertip implies an overly graceful impression and shows a higher position than the other person, like a queen while shaking hands. The last, we have the dominator. The dominator is widely popular in business spheres and politics, also called a bossy handshake. So these are the different handshakes. Thank you.
My name is Hamlinda Boro. Today I am going to present a poster and my topic is dressing for an interview. The way we dress becomes very important for an interview. So I make this poster about how to dress properly for an interview. For females, the hair must be neatly done. For those who have long hairs, they can use buns or a ponytail. We should take care not to wear dangling earrings, but the most important is what we wear for an interview. A sari is the perfect choice for an Indian interview. A light colored cotton or silk saris is always a best option. A nicely polished pair of shoes will complete the picture.
We should not wear too many bangles. A simple wristwatch or a simple bracelet is always perfect. Similarly for males, they should wear in a full-length shirt and a dark formal pants, preferably white or blue shirt. And a sober-looking tie will complete the picture. And their hair must be neatly done. And for shoes, it should be well polished. And that's my today's presentation. Thank you.
Good morning to everyone. Myself Bistina Talukdar. I am a student of computer engineering from PCPS Girls Polytechnic. Today I am going to introduce my poster presentation. The topic is the types of handshakes. So let's begin. First of all, we should know how many types of handshakes are there. There are 7 different types of handshakes. Number 1. The perfect handshake. In this handshake, when you have the web between the index finger and the thumb finger interlocking with the other person's hand. It is also known as equality handshake. Number 2. Fingertip handshake. It's actually given by a lady. They offer the fingers but not the handshake. It's a negative body language. The third, wet fish handshake. When your hands are wet and sticky, then you give a handshake to the other person. He feels like this person is holding a fish in his hands. It's the negative way of handshake. The fourth, double handler handshakes. It's one of the strongest handshakes in the world. It shows some kind of sincerity and a bonding. It's also known as politician's handshake. The fifth, submissive handshakes. This handshake happens when your palm is facing up and is below the palm of the other person's hand. This makes you look submissive. It's a negative body language. Number 6. The patronizing handshake. It was designed as a greeting between men to show that your sword hand was empty. Do not grab hold of the other person's wrist when shaking hands. Number 7. The bone breaker handshake. This handshake is aggressive and involves an excessively strong grip. It's completely a negative body language. Well, so this is all about the types of handshakes. Thank you so much.
A very good morning to you, ma'am. My name is Kim Das from Computer Engineering branch, 2nd semester. Today, I take my stand here to present before you poster presentation on types of handshakes. Basically, there are 6 types of handshakes: equality handshake, submissive handshake, double-handed handshake, wet fish handshake, bone breaker handshake, and fingertip handshake. Equality handshake. Equality handshake is also known as the perfect handshake. This shows the positive attitude towards a person, and it is also a sign of respect. Submissive handshake. Submissive handshake is a negative handshake. This means this shows the submission towards the other person by offering their hand facing their palm upwards. So this is a kind of a negative body language. Double-handed handshake. Double-handed handshake is said to convey the meaning of trustworthy, honesty, and warmness. These types of handshakes can be seen among the politicians, so it is also known as the politician handshake. Wet fish handshake. Wet fish handshake is one of the worst handshake of all the handshakes. This shows the person who is weak in character, who is insincere, and who lacks in commitment. Bone breaker handshake. Bone breaker handshake is an aggressive handshake. This shows the person how dominant he is towards the others. So it is also a negative body language. Fingertip handshake. Fingertip handshake is also known as the dominant handshake. This shows the person who doesn't want to share their germs with others, who is more concerned about others that they might have any kind of flu or fever.
My name is Prerna Dekha in the branch of Computer Engineering, 2nd semester. I would like to present you the perfect handshake. The perfect handshake is something that everyone should try and get this in the first physical feel of the person. You are shaking your hands with and can make an impression on the person or married forever. Today, shaking hands on meeting and leaving is has become almost customary. Across all cultures. Hence, it has become mandatory to get the perfect handshake. But ma'am, but this time never shake handshake again because of the COVID-19. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Hello everybody, I Yanisha Kumari is here to present a poster on dressing interview, the do's and don'ts of interview attire. Do's what we should wearing in an interview and don'ts what we should not wear in interview. Now we start from the hair part. It should be simple hairstyle and better. She has a real hairstyle that comes. We should not have a hairstyle which comes on her face and it gives a clumsy look on her face. Next we come to makeup. It should be soft and smooth makeup, not like her that over foundation. Next we come to dress. We should dress that's something to classify, like her. We should not wear mini skirts. Next we come to nails. It should be manicured clean and properly neatly, not like her putting colorful nail polishes and long nails. Next we come to perfume. It should be a mild perfume, and here it is a over perfume she has put. Next we come to a male part. He has a clean haircut and he has a messy uncombed hair. Next here he has a clean shave or closely done over and he has well over jewelry. Next, the shoes should be well polished, which gives a neatly perfect look. And here he has wear sneakers. Now, extra points for interview and how to lose extra points for interview. We should wear glasses that should match with the personality or the dress we wear. The color of the dress should be corporate colors. We should have a fresh breath when we talk to the interviewer. The shoes should be always polished and neat and clean. Next, here we can see that the loose points for body piercings. We should not have stains on our clothes. We should not wear sports shoes. Here I end my all details. Thank you.
Hello ma'am, today I am going to be presenting on the perfect handshake. So we know that there are many kinds of handshake. For example, the submissive handshake, double handler handshake, the wetfish handshake, the fingertip handshake, etc. But from them all, the perfect handshake is the equality handshake. So now what is equality handshake? Equality handshake is a handshake where the people think they are part of each other and they are equal to each other. So the handshake is usually perfect when the web is between the index and the thumb of the other person's hand. And also there are some few things that we need to avoid during an handshake are: number one, our hands should not be wet or sweat. It makes the other person feel very uncomfortable. And number two, the time. The time should not go beyond 3 to 6 seconds. It is actually the perfect timing for a handshake. So this was my whole presentation on the perfect handshake. Thank you.
Hello everybody, my name is Darsana Dibral. I am from Computer Engineering branch in 2nd semester. Today, I am going to give a presentation about types of handshake. The types of handshake. There are 6 types of handshake. Number 1, the perfect handshake. The perfect handshake is the wave between the index finger and the thumb finger interlocking with the other person. The perfect handshake is also known as the equality handshake. Both the people feel good and they are equal. And number 2, this is called the submissive handshake. One person who is putting hand on the other person putting hand on the top. That means one hand is submissive, and this is the negative handshake. And when the submissive on the other hand, this is called submissive handshake. The third one is fingertip handshake. Normally, we seem to be given by lady who appears dainty, feel good, and is soft natured. This is called fingertip handshake. Number 4, double handler handshake. Some people both of hands putting on the other person on hand top. This type of handshake is shown of sincerity, bonding with others person. This handshake is normally a nickname which is politician handshake. Normally politicians use these types of handshake. This is the yet-fish handshake. Yet-fish handshake is the worst handshake. When your hand is wet, sticky, then the other person is not feel good. This is a weak personality. And last of all, this is the bone breaker handshake. Bone breaker handshake donate an aggressive personality, break your hand, and this is called the bone breaker handshake. Thank you.
Respected Madam, I am presenting the poster presentation on the subject of dressing for the interview. Now I am submitting you the project presentation that how we should dress up when we go for the interview. That is all. When we go into the interview, it is very necessary that we should wear a beautiful smile on our faces, whether it's a girl, boy, man and woman. Our hair should be neat and clean and properly done up. We should wear neat and clean and crispy ironed formal dresses. Suppose skirt, shirt, pant, coat, etc. Our clothes should be solid, dark and neutral colors. We should wear formal shoes or heels. It should be clean and polished and well maintained. Thank you.
Hello everyone, myself Riyadas. I am from Computer Engineering, second semester. So today I am here to say something about dressing for the interview. So basic things which is very important for the interview. The way you look and the way you dress yourself, period, for the interview. So let's get started. So this is our first interviewer attendant. She is wearing a silk pink saree with a golden chain and a bangle. And she is also wearing a watch with open hair. So this is our first interviewer attendant. So that's all about her. So let's move to the second interviewer attendant. She is wearing a formal dress. Her shirt is in blue color, which is long sleeves. And she is wearing a skirt, which is in dark blue color and is motor slant. So that's all about her. Thank you.
Topic is British English and American English. Here I have done this presentation in a short paper. In this short paper I have written my topic first, and after that I have written some vocabulary in British English and American English. For example, in British English it is called car park. In American English it is called parking lot. In British English it is called flat. In American English it is called apartment. In British English it is called biscuit. In American English it is called cookies. At last I have written some differences between British English and American English.
Hello everyone, my name is Rakhi Chakraborty. I am a student of Architectural Assistantship branch, second semester. Today I am going to demonstrate a brief presentation on the topic the perfect handshake. Perfect handshake is a method of greeting which is important to make a good first impression. It is important to know the position of the hand. The grip should not be too tight or too weak. Duration of the handshake is also important. Our handshake should be firm but not crashing. Be aware of our other hand. Shake hands in an up and down motion. A sincere smile should go along with that. It shows our happy to be where we are. Don't give limp fish handshake. A good handshake should be thumb to thumb, firm, no more than one shake. The proper handshake lasts from 3 to 6 seconds. A perfect handshake is important to show confidence and to establish friendship. As you can see in the picture, a handshake could establish peace between two parties, and it can also create understanding between different classes of society. So basically, a handshake can help in creating a better world for all of us. Thank you.
Monica Bora. My branch is Civil. I am reading second semester. Today I am presenting a poster and my poster topic is 20 British English words with their American English variants. Let us concentrate on the different types of words normally used, like anti-clockwise is British English and counterclockwise is American English. Dustbin is British English and trash can is American English. Waistcoat is British English and vest in American English. Chips is British English and French fries is American English. Aubergine is British English and eggplant is American English. Bonnet is British English and hat is American English. Handbag is British English and purse is American English. Ice lolly is British English and popsicle is American English. Flat is British English and apartment is American English. Wellington boots is British English and rubber boot is American English. Tire is British English and tire is American English. Biscuit is British English and cookie is American English. Bonnet is British English and hood is American English. Color is British English and color is American English. Max is British English and mat is American English. Rubber is British English and razor is American English. Lift is British English and elevator is American English. Football is British English and soccer is American English. Tap is British English and pocket is American English.
Hello everybody, my name is Rimpi Kalita, branch Architectural, second semester. Today, the topic of my presentation is all about perfect handshake. Perfect handshake is something that everyone should try and get. This is the first physical feel of a person you are shaking your hand with and can make an impression on the person. And while shaking our hand, we should maintain eye contact and keep a smile on our face. We should follow some steps while shaking our hand. Number 1. Use right hand with firm grip. Number 2. Weak finger under palm. Number 3. Knot the fingertips. Number 4. Hand should be midway between both of you. Number 5. With a firm squeeze. Number 6. You should not squeeze the hand too hard. Number 7. Not a limp fish. Number 8. We should do about 3 shake medium wiggle. Number 9. A perfect and a proper handshake lasts for about 3 to 6 seconds. Number 10. Maintain eye contact throughout the handshake. Number 11. We should show confidence while shaking our hand. And while shaking our hand, we should keep in our mind that we should not shake our hand like a limp fish or in a death grip, and we should not give a rock hard handshake, which I have drawn here.
Hello ma'am, my name is Smita Rekha. Today I am presenting the perfect handshake. The perfect handshake is something that everyone should try. When we meet somebody for the first time or later also, we have give a handshake. This is the first physical feel of the person we are shaking our hand with and can make an impression on the person. Now, when we talk about the perfect handshake, we need to remember there are few things that we need to keep in mind. For instance, our hand should not be sweaty, wet and cold. And secondly, the handshake should not exit beyond 3 to 6 seconds. And thirdly, an handshake is perfect when we have the wave between the index finger and the thumb finger interlocking with other person like this. And this is the perfect handshake. Now, this is the 5 ways of perfect handshake. First of all, we have to smile, straight, slide, strand, and shake.
My name is Pahidas. My branch is Civil Engineering and second semester. My roll number is 41. My poster presentation topic is British English word with their American English variants. British English word and American English word. Main road, highway. Lift, elevator. Cashier, teller. Lorry, truck. Flat, apartment. Mad, crazy. British English word and American English word. Biscuit, cookie. Trainers, sneakers. Rubber, eraser. Maths, math. Railway, railroad. Postman, mailman. Again, British English word and American word. Petrol, gas. Post, mail. Bonnet, hat. Mate, buddy. Holiday, vacation. Timetable, schedule. Thank you.
Hello ma'am, my name is Parasuni Datta. I am from second sem Civil Engineering Department.
There are 6 different types of handshake. The one is perfect handshake. This is perfect handshake. Second one is the submissive handshake. This is submissive handshake. Third one is double handler handshake. This is double handler handshake. Fourth one is the wet fish handshake. This is wet fish handshake. Fifth is bone breaker handshake. This is bone breaker handshake. And the last one is fingertip handshake. This is fingertip handshake.
Good morning ma'am and my dear friends. Today I Satabdi Gogoi from second semester Civil Engineering branch of PCPS Girls Polytechnic student is here to deliver a short note on a momentous topic, that is perfect handshake. When we met a person for the first time or later we gave a handshake. Now since we had talked about handshake, we need to remember few things. For instance, firstly, when we give a handshake, we need to remember that our hands should not be sweaty, cold or wet. Secondly, the handshake should exceed at least for 3 to 6 seconds. And thirdly, the handshake that is which is perfect is that the web between the index finger and the thumb which is interlocking with each other like this is known as perfect handshake. As you all can see, the picture behind me is the picture of perfect handshake. So the perfect handshake is also known as the equality handshake, as both people can feel that they are equal to each other at the same point, then they can use this type of handshake.
Good afternoon, ma'am. My name is Pujara Sumari. I am from Civil Engineering second sem. Today I am going to present a poster on British English and American English. Some British English words with their American variant. British English, American English. Tap, bucket, road surface, pavement, jacket potato, back potato, flat apartment, cab, taxi, bus, mail, petrol, gas. Thank you, ma'am.
Hello ma'am, today I am going to present the types of handshakes. The first one is the perfect handshake. It's also called the equality handshake. It when we put our hands like this and shake it, it's called a perfect handshake. It's used in interviews or when we meet someone, etc., etc. Hands like this on the other person's hand, it's called a submissive handshake. It means the submission to the other person. The third one is the double handler handshake. When we put our both the hands like this and grab the other person's hand and shake it, it's called the double handler handshake. It's also called the politician handshake. The fourth one is the wet fish handshake. When someone's hand is very sweaty or dirty, the other person feels very bad or awkward. So it's better to not do that. The fifth one is the bone crusher handshake. It's also called the bone breaker handshake. If someone just grab other person's hand and crush like this, it's a bone crusher handshake. It's way worse than the wet fish handshake. The last one is the fingertip handshake. When someone gives their hands like this and the other person grab their fingers like this, it's called the fingertip handshake. It's only used by the ladies. They give their hands like this and the other person grab their hands like this. That's all, ma'am. Thank you.